Today we're going to be learning how to stand in mountain pose, which is basically standing correctly. You're going to make sure that your feet are underneath your hips and spread the toes and make sure they're nice and relaxed. And then push the four corners of your feet down onto the mat or the floor or the carpet, wherever you are. It's really not necessary to have a mat. You just want to make sure that you're not leaning forward or backward. So by pushing those four corners of the feet down, you can stand up nice and centered. Make sure you have a little bit of a micro bend in the knees so that you're not locking out your legs. You don't want your joints to support your body, you want your muscles to support your body. So just a little bit of a micro bend there, and then push your feet down into the floor. Now a bad habit that I used to have is I always kind of jutted my hips out, and it just was not a good posture. So it really helped me to tuck the tailbone under, and what that does is it brings the belly button in. So when you do that, now you're using your muscles to support your body and standing. And if you're not used to doing this, it's going to take some practice before it becomes natural and more comfortable, but the more you do it, the better. So with that tailbone tucked under, that belly button in, you're going to drop the shoulders down the back so they're not tight. I know myself included, sometimes when I get stressed out, I lift my shoulders up subconsciously. I don't even realize I'm doing it. And that obviously can cause a lot of problems in the neck and the upper back area. So you really want to learn how to relax those shoulders down the back. The next problem I have personally is I, for some reason, always kind of lift my chin up. I think it's because I'm a little bit shorter and maybe my husband is so tall. So I'm always just kind of looking like this, walking around, and that causes some serious problems in my neck. So I always have to remember to keep my chin in and reach that top back half of the head up to the sky. So remember all of those things: feet balanced and centered, tailbone tucked under, micro bend in the knees, belly button in. You can lift your ribs up slightly. Don't lift them up and out because you're going to have an uncomfortable arch in the back that you're really not going to be able to hold for too long. So just bring that belly button in, lift up a little bit so you're using your muscles to support you. Bring the shoulders down, and then something else is to bring them back a little bit. So now you're kind of opening your chest instead of hunched over like this. And you may know, oftentimes on computers, on our desks all day long, or on our phones, or in many different ways, you can get that habit of bringing your shoulders down. And as you get older, your bad habit starts to catch up with you. So you really want to open the chest up, use the muscles to support you, lift that top back head up to the sky, chin in. Now I want you to keep your jaw soft so that your teeth aren't really touching. And this might help you too if you have a problem with clenching your teeth, with stress or anxiety throughout the day. Just constantly or consistently remind you to keep your jaw open so your teeth aren't touching. And then I want you to relax your eyebrows. Once you're standing in this pose, it can feel quite nice, especially the more you do it. And this is the kind of pose that you can do all day. And it's one of the only yoga poses you can do in public and not get looked at funny, right? Because what is that person doing? Well, you're just having nice posture. You're standing up nice and tall. And another beautiful thing about good posture is it changes the way that people see you. And it also changes the way that you see yourself. And that one thing can truly change your life. If you want something a little bit more of a stretch, you can always bring your hands out to the side, turn the palms facing forward, open the fingers wide, and then just squeeze the glutes together. Reach through the arms, down into the fingers and out. Reach that top of the head up, and really kind of make this a more engaged mountain pose. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. And something else I want to add is the longer you practice standing in mountain pose, you can also practice walking in mountain pose. So that's going to mean you're going to have to keep that tailbone tucked under. You're going to bring that belly button in, that back of the neck and spine all the way up to the sky, keeping that chin in. And it could literally change the way that you walk. I know that it changed the way that I walk. And I feel so much better because of it. I can walk longer distances. Sometimes I'll be having a conversation and I notice that my back is hurting and I realize I'm not standing correctly. So I come back into that mountain pose and my back pain is gone. So this is truly one of my favorite poses in yoga because I think for me personally, it's just one of the biggest benefits of just good posture. So you can stay here for however long you like. Remember to practice it throughout your day. And thank you for watching.